You think we're gonna beat all these games? Hello!
Hey.
It's us. It's the boys. The boys is we.
The boys, we be.
So we're gonna start to show off why water Pokemon are so good in this game. This is a great example. This gym is all fire, and they have no way to defend themselves against water Pokemon. And we're just gonna surf everything in here. Funny thing about this gym, Vaughn.
Okay.
So there's a gate between each trainer and the next one, and there's like 5 or 6 trainers in here. So if you don't want to fight any of these trainers, you can actually go up to these little machines right here, and they give you a little quiz. And if you answer the question right, the door opens, and you can skip the trainer fight. But since we want the experience, we're just gonna mow all these guys down.
In a speed run, would you just do the quiz?
Yes, you would do the quiz, obviously, because it's much faster than fighting these guys. And the questions are actually really funny, because you know most of them are like super simple, obviously.
Yeah.
But they get kind of there's a couple of them that might trip some people up. I bet we could kill most of these Pokemon with water gun. Actually, it's going to be very laughable. But this gym and Giovanni's gym, you can just use Surf and kill everything. It's really funny. Because they're supposed to be so like cute. They're supposed to be these like the top 2 gym leaders, you know, Blaine and Giovanni, the number 2 and the number 1, you know, last guys before the Elite Four.
Yeah.
And it's just surf. Everyone's dead.
Wow.
It's really funny.
Wait, what does Giovanni have again?
Giovanni is specializing in ground type Pokemon.
Okay.
Which are weak against water also. So there's like, and then he also has like, there's also like Onyxes and Rhyhorns. He does have a Tauros, who's a normal type.
Because I think I've mentioned this before, but that Tauros in Pokemon Stadium, wrecks everything that comes at it.
Oh, you mean
it's
the one
that
Giovanni has?
Yeah, he has one in the gym trail in Pokemon Stadium. And
okay,
it's one of the toughest Pokemon to beat.
That's very cool. Oh, I guess this guy doesn't have a question. Do you know how hot Pokemon Fire Breath can get?
200 million degrees. Did you know that? Just on the ground.
I'm so weak, I can't even stand.
Okay, should I tell you my choice?
Yeah.
Because what we were going to do, Austin gets to pick. But I guess...
Well, it doesn't necessarily have to be the water Pokemon, though. This just means I get to pick one slot.
Oh.
So we're just making our cases. And I have to choose which Pokemon I want to use my choice on.
Okay. So
the tricky part would be like if you have one pick and I have one pick and they're both water Pokemon, you know, then we have to figure out some way to come to an agreement.
Yeah. So we don't pick
Vaughn,
2 Pokemon?
Vaughn and I have been discussing which water Pokemon we want to choose because it's like our number 1 most important choice for the Elite Four fights because of Ice Beam being so important against Lance and our rival. So... We have the most water Pokemon to choose from out of anything.
Ninetales breathing a little bit of fire there.
Yeah, he's got a little burp going on.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. So Vaughn wants to tell me which water Pokemon he thinks we should choose because I already know which one I want to choose. And Vaughn kind of narrowed it down to 3, which I think you said in the last episode.
I did, yeah.
Yeah, you said Seeking, Dugong, and I don't remember Vaporeon.
Vaporeon.
Yeah, those are your 3.
Distant Golduck.
With the distant Golduck in 4th place, yes. So give us your thoughts, Vaughn.
So I'm gonna have to say either. Okay, so Dugong number 1.
Okay,
but I would settle for Vaporeon because such good special.
Yes, and because we're already working on him.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you want me to say my choice then, Vaughn? Who I think?
I'll leave that to your discretion.
Okay. Well. Based on your choices, I'm going to go ahead and tell you. Because those would definitely be my top 2 as well.
Oh, okay.
And, I mean, I think Dugong is obviously the obvious choice because he's the only stab Ice Beam that we're going to get. And that's super important against Lance. Because basically we'd be getting the attack power.
Why level 34?
Dude,
Charmander.
Don't even.
I mean, it's cool, but dang.
Because Stab Ice Beam basically would make Dugong's Ice Beam as powerful as some of the other Pokemon's Blizzards would be, but we'd have the better accuracy.
Okay.
Which would be really nice, because Blizzard is 120, but on the off chance that it misses, Lance is going to wreck you.
Okay.
Because all his Pokemon know Hyper Beam. All 5 of them. Or maybe he has 6, I'm not sure. So it's super scary. especially if you're using a Pokemon that's not faster than some of those dragons. So yeah, I think Dugong is the obvious choice. I do think Vaporeon is really cool. And because his... Did you see what he said when we beat him?
Wait, what did he say?
He said, "My studies! My theories are too complicated for you."
Like we just ruined all his life's work.
I just like using fire Pokemon. The next guy's like a total turd, Dumbo.
Just a bro.
Yeah, with his baggy sweatpants.
Burglar.
For stealing TVs. So yeah, my choice would also be Dugong. I think Vaporeon would be a good second choice, but I don't really have a reason to choose Vaporeon over Dugong.
Okay.
Just because Stab Ice Beam, so good. So if we agree on Dugong, that's pretty cool. That saves us having to fight over a slot. Mm-hmm. So yeah, Dugong would be the Pokemon, or whoever learns Ice Beam, if we're still undecided. Ooh, what's he trying to learn? Oh, Haze. Yeah, we don't want that.
It seems like the one case for Vaporeon would be the
higher HP.
Well, and
because Dugong's HP is pretty good too.
And special, which would mean really good special defense.
Oh, sure. What's Dugong's special?
Could you
yeah, I'll unlock
give me the
that
hit
for you.
Give me the hit of that.
I know why Blaine became a trainer. Okay.
Leaves it at that.
Yeah.
Enough said.
Yeah. Tell me more.
Dugong's is 95, but Vaporeon's is like 120 or something.
Okay. Look at Rapidash, dude.
Actually pretty cool.
Yeah. We can get a Rapidash.
Can we?
Yeah. But we don't really have a reason to, because Arcanine is better in every category, I think.
Oh, 110.
110?
Yeah.
Vaporeon is 110 special?
Yes. With a 130 HP.
What are their physical defenses, though? Because most of the moves we're going to encounter are physical.
Oh, okay. That's orange, yeah?
Yellow. Yellow. Orange is attack.
Okay, so then Dugong is 80.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Vaporeon is 60.
Okay, and then what? But Vaporeon has more HP. What's the difference in HP based stat? My health is kind of low. I should surf.
Dugong is 90.
Vaporeon's over 100, right?
130.
130. Yeah, his HP is huge. But still, 90 is really big, too, for Dugong. So, yeah, I think overall pretty negligible differences in defense.
Okay.
Because we're going to encounter physical moves and special moves for sure. I'm pretty confident that the Elite Four has more physical moves than special. Or at least the dangerous trainers do.
Okay.
All those Lance Hyper Beams, those are physical. Fire is weak against H2O.
Wow.
Thanks, man.
Science, man.
Now we know.
Science.
I should probably heal Ned. I'm being a little risky right now. Growlithe.
Oh, it is a little risky.
Yeah. Especially since we're not super fast.
You're crazy.
I'm so crazy.
Hold him back.
Yeah. Hold me. Hold me. They're on me. I'm getting careless. Thanks, Peppy.
He needs a little pep in his step.
Yeah. All right, Vaughn. Well, let's fully table the water Pokemon discussion because it sounds like we're pretty decided on Dugong. I think the Stab Ice Beam would make up for any negligible differences in the two different defenses and HP. Mm-hmm. And what can we get a speed count? That's the last thing. I just need to know the speed.
Bam.
Also,
slam bam. Thank you, man.
Open letter to Game Freak. Why is Blaine's sprite a big fat guy? Like, I get that Blaine needs to be bald, and I guess maybe that's the only sprite they had that was bald. But come on, Blaine is like a tall, skinny guy.
So you said speed?
Speed, yeah.
That's the pink?
It's the pink one. Yep.
So 65 for Vaporeon.
Mm-hmm.
70 for Dugong. So
okay. Negligible.
Yeah.
Negligible. Okay. Yeah, I think Dugong is the firm choice.
Yeah. What the heck?
For water Pokemon.
He's not chubby.
Yeah, Blaine is a cool dude. And Blaine actually wears a disguise in the manga too. It's pretty sweet.
Oh, really?
To make himself look older than he actually is. They made him so weird in the anime.
What's he like in the anime?
He lives on top of a volcano and he wears like Hawaiian shirts. And he's kind of like crotchety, like jerky, like
really
like uppity guy. Yeah, it's weird. Although it is one of the cool arcs of the anime where Ash like struggles with his Charizard.
Yeah.
And they're is it the two Charizards that fight each other? Is it Blaine's Charizard versus Ash's Charizard? I think that's what it ends up being.
I do not remember.
I think that's what it is. But anyway, we need to move on to our next decision. So Ice Beam is the most important move against the Elite Four. The second most important move is Thunderbolt.
Okay.
So we need to decide who's going to use Thunderbolt. So the first obvious choice is obviously an electric Pokemon so that we get stabbed from Thunderbolt. And we have 3 electric Pokemon to choose from.
He looks kind of crazy.
He looks cool.
Well,
he used a Super Potion on turn 1. Way to go. Way to go, Blaine. Great AI. See ya. Ooh, he lived. That's impressive. Quick attack. That's why we keep it. I don't want to see your flamethrower or whatever you got.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
So yeah, Thunderbolt.
Yes.
Our options are
Magnemite,
Electrode, Magneton, and Electabuzz. And there are definitely different perks to each one.
Okay.
So, we got Fire Blast. We might use that to somebody, but we might not. Fire's not useful against the Elite Four, really. So, tomorrow on The Boys,
we'll talk about that.
We're going to talk about our electric Pokemon choice, and we're also going to be heading to Saffron City, because that's our next destination to progress in the game. We have skipped Sabrina and Silphco, and it's time to do those things. So,
is it going to be dangerous at all? Or?
Yeah, I mean, we're on the downhill slope here, Vaughn. We're getting close to the end of the game.
Because Psychic is...
Yeah, Sabrina's really strong. It's a dangerous gym.
Okay.
Especially since we're going to fight all the trainers in there.
So it'll just be a little dangerous then.
It might be a little dangerous. We're going to have Clutch really going out on a limb.
Okay.
And hopefully we won't lose him.
He might also be going out on a whim.
Yeah.
But
6 badges.
To be determined.
Yep. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, folks.